In y'all's personal opinion, what do you think is the best piece of advice either you can give or that you've been given for the people who are in a relationship?
So the best advice that I can give to couples is just to, make sure that they are treating their significant other that way all year round, because some people don't take to just one day of showering them with stuff. Like me, for instance, I pay attention to how you are towards me throughout the whole year. So that's the best advice that I could give.
My whole thing is, and it's overly done, communicate. Everybody says that, but nobody knows what it means. In my opinion, I'm a very logical thinker. So for me, it's one of those things where I have issues, and if I don't talk about my issues, then they're just gonna boil over until I blow up. And that's pretty much how it happens to me. Most important thing is, make sure you come home and ask your guy or your girl how their day was, what they're feeling, because when you have that special connection with another person, and if you share a bond and you share dinner together and you just ask each other how you're doing, how your day was, how you're feeling, then maybe you can get to the bottom of it.
I would say on Valentine's Day, for the couples that everything is going good and they want to celebrate Valentine's Day, I would say to just definitely make time for that date. I mean, even if, he gets off at 9 and she gets off at 8, maybe they can go to Denny's or a restaurant that's open, late to where they can celebrate. And then if they can't go out and celebrate, then at least prepare a dinner, but make sure y'all spend that day, since it is Valentine's Day, make sure they, spend that time together at least for a couple of hours over a meal just to celebrate it, because it is a special day, especially if you are with the one that you love on Valentine's Day.
What is your best piece of advice for those that are single during this wonderful holiday?
Go find somebody. I'm just kidding. Galentine's is a thing.
I would just say, if Valentine's Day is important to you and you are feeling bad that you don't have anyone, I would just say celebrate with yourself. Celebrate that you love yourself. Do something like go get a massage, go meditate, like at a meditating studio, or something like that, or take yourself out, go get a haircut, just do something, groom yourself and take care of yourself. Take yourself out to dinner, or take off the whole day at work and just pamper yourself and just love yourself. Because I think many people forget about self-love, and they're, so worried about they don't have someone to love them, but it's like, are you loving yourself? So that's the advice I would give to single people.
I think Galentine's is a thing. If you're alone, by alone, I don't, I mean, if you don't have a significant other, celebrate with the people that are around you and that do love you, because it is a holiday of love. And if you can just celebrate it with the people that you love, there's nothing wrong with having dinner with your girlfriends or your guy friends. Or, pamper yourself, make yourself feel good, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love another person. So love yourself.
What advice do you have for gift giving?
So people buy flowers. I like flowers. So I definitely am down for that. They get really expensive around that time. So to me specifically, if you just take me out to eat for dinner, that's a gift to me. You're spending money on me. It's a gift. I don't really need something, but if, you see it a lot that people buy chocolates or whatnot. Well, I like chocolates. I don't really care for much. So just get me some flowers and I'll be happy.
Like, let's say, one Valentine's year, you really didn't have a lot of money to do something for your significant other. Then you can already plan a year ahead and say, the following Valentine's Day, I want to do something more extravagant. And I think surprising your significant other with something that they've never experienced with you would be nice. So if you can afford it, I would say save up for something kind of more higher on that level, as far as like getting a limousine and have champagne in the limousine and music in the limousine. And then you can buy your husband or your boyfriend some shoes or like his favorite belt or something like that and surprise him inside the limousine. That's a lot of fun.
I like the limousine.
That's on the higher end. That's on the higher end.
I'm going to have to go with the limousine idea. I'm going to need someone to get me a limousine. Yeah. I want the limousine.
Yeah, and then you have like all the attention on y'all. Like everybody's watching y'all. They think y'all are like movie stars and, it's fun.
Any last piece of advice or thoughts on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I'm just, I'm going right back to that again. On Valentine's Day, just make sure you're treating your significant other with love and respect through the whole year. I mean, you're going to have your arguments, but, just make sure you're treating them with love and respect the whole year round, because, some people don't take good to just getting chocolate and flowers on one day, and then it's like the next day her or him go right back to their same old ways, treating you like crap, and it's like it didn't mean anything. So I would just say, just make sure you're treating your significant other the same all the year round, just loving them,
I do think all of that is true. I do think that it's good to have a day dedicated to this, because a lot of times, a lot of people, we get into our usual routines. You go to work, you come home, you have dinner, you may have like a little bit to talk about here and there, and then you go to bed, wake up and do it all over again. So it's good to have a day dedicated just to, your significant other, and to tell them that you actually do love them, because not everybody, unless you're like new in love, and not everybody says I love you every single day.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's good to have at least a day out there for people to express their love for the other person.
I think that's big, to actually say I love you on Valentine's Day. Like, actually let that person know, because throughout the week, you probably say it in text, I love you, or good night, or good morning. But I think on Valentine's Day, the couples should both make it a necessary point to make sure they tell that person they do love them, and make sure they make eye contact with that person,